Hey guys, what's up? Lucky here. Back with another video. So I thought I might do a YouTube video on these two ships. The Venator, which is an iconic Republic classic, and the Acclamator. So these two ships played key roles during the Clone Wars, as the Venator serving as the Jedi flagship, like noticeable ones like the Triumphant, which was destroyed in the Abogado system by the Malevolence, or another one, the Resolute under General Anakin Skywalker, the Negotiator under General Kenobi. Well, the Acclamator ship made its big debut at the start of Clone Wars during the opening battle of Geonosis, rescuing the Jedi survivors from the Geonosian arena. However, the difference between these two ships isn't that much. Well, one housed starfighters more than ground vehicles, and the other housed ground vehicles more than starfighters and whatnot. Well, the Venator was a hybrid ship, as I call it, because it had heavy turbo lasers, which are represented by the bucket handles. Unfortunately, as you can see, the turret stationary, they can only rotate up and down. But regardless, the Venator was designed as more of a fleet carrier than a battleship. Now, there are bigger Republic ships which are battleships, but I don't know the name or classes of those, so feel free to leave a comment explaining those ships down below, regardless if it's on TikTok or YouTube. Well, the Acclamator, it wasn't as powerful as the Venator because it was smaller, as you can see in length and size. So if we turn like this, you'll have to see that despite their lengths, the Acclamator was shorter. But if we compare them to width, you can see pretty much they're pretty much the same width, except the Venator is longer because it has a bigger hangar bay than it does with the Acclamator. But regardless, one of the signature moves that a Venator performed was what I call the Tano maneuver, as I've nicknamed it. During the Battle of Ryloth, Ahsoka came up with a brilliant strategy to break the Interceptors blockade, and it worked wonderfully because those clankers never suspected it. So, hang on a sec, I'm just going to put my phone down for a sec and I'll then pick it back up. So, just give me a second there. So, So basically, the Venator, hang on, I'll put my phone back down a second, move the Acclamator out of the way for the temporary time being. Right. So here's how as I call it, the Tano maneuver worked. After the Resolute ran the Luca halt, Ahsoka turned the ship up to broadside, and then afterwards she angled it so that way the bridge and hangar decks, where my thumb is, would be safe from the Banking Clan frigates. And the ship would be sitting like that, or, well, like this, right? And then the fighters would emerge from about where my thumb is. That's where the smaller doors were, but the whole front could open, if need be, and would swarm the Banking Clan frigates. And honestly, despite the bottom side being in flames, and the shields holding, the hangar decks and the bridge towers were safe, and thus leading to the breaking of the Ryloth blockade. Pardon the wool bags there. But then afterwards, the Acclamators arrived to begin their ground assault. However, the Acclamators, if for anyone who didn't know this, if an Acclamator has one of these engines blown off, especially in in a planet's atmosphere, wow, that acclimator is going down because it's these engines here that keep it flying. If one gets blown off, then it's gonna crash. But I may be wrong on that, but I'm just going from what I saw in Clone Wars after the acclimators entered Rylos' atmosphere and made their way to the city of Nabat, which was the landing zone for the acclimators. But, yeah. However, the acclimator, after landing, would put its landing there and drop this ramp, and then, the ATTEs and all clones on board will begin disembarking for ground assault. If you enjoyed this video featuring these two ships, in a second I'll just put my phone down again for a moment so I can put my Venator back on its stand, and then I'll get back to the ending. See you in a second, guys. Okay. Right. There we go. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And if you're seeing this on TikTok, feel free to follow me on YouTube. Link to that will be in the description down below. But I don't know when I'll be doing more gaming videos. Alright, so yeah, just to make that clear. But thank you to everyone who subscribed to me thus far and follow me on TikTok. Thanks guys, much appreciated.